Xiaomi, QCY, and Haylou are companies that makes great true wireless earbuds at the same price like you buying 2 cups of coffees. Leave a like if you agree. I think it's just so little that anyone could buy and try it out. Like, it won't hurt them if they don't like it, if it broke the day after. I've seen people just throw it out when it starts having pairing problems. But that's not what most people do. They actually loved it. They love the convenience, and now they're looking to investing more. That's basically my life story right there. But getting back to topic, QCY and Haylou have a plethora of options nowadays that might scare you a little bit. I mean, seriously, 1 or 2 years ago, they only have QCY T1 and T1 Pro. But fear not, because I'm here to help you out so you know that you are getting the right one for yourself or as a gift to someone special this holiday season. So without further ado, let's get into it. Selamat pagi! Good morning everyone, Kenneth here, and welcome to the Budget True Wireless Earbuds Buying Guide video. As a quick disclaimer, I don't have all the products that I'm talking about here, but I've reviewed most of them, so I have a good idea of their product lineup and quality and stuff like that. This video is not sponsored and I'm not paid by anyone, so please consider using the links in the description below to go to Lazada, Shopee, Amazon, AliExpress to buy anything basically. You just have to go through the links and I will get a commission at no extra cost to you. Thank you so much for your support. Hit the thumbs up if you're excited, subscribe if you haven't, and let's get started from the first one, Xiaomi. Now, honestly, I don't recommend getting any of their offerings except for Redmi AirDots S. That's because all their earbuds has severely lacking controls. Xiaomi's push for their own Mi AI, which is only in Mandarin, made all their earbuds to support only 2 controls: player pause and voice assistant. That's it. Now, I've warned you in my full fat True Wireless Earbuds buying guide to only buy the AirDots S if you really need the lowest latency possible, especially if you use iPhones, because the red box Redmi AirDots S and the original AirDots do not have game mode, and without it, there's really no reason getting any of these earbuds. Now, moving on to the next one, Haylou. They have quite the lineup these days. I remember being the only guy who reviewed the GT1 when it was the only thing they have. Nowadays, they have GT series and T series. Let's address the GT2 first. This one used to be my favorite. It's designed well, I love the physical buttons, but they never put game mode into it, unlike GT1 and GT1 Pro. So I never recommended them anymore, and now they have GT2S, which added a lid to the case, but that's about it. Now, those were the good days when they updated the chip from November 2019 to recently around September 2020, because you get game mode on both the GT1 and GT1 Pro. But now they have updated the chip once more, taking the game mode out and making a new model called GT5 that has better case, and guess what? Gaming mode. Of course, this comes at a premium. For 30 bucks, I don't know if there is any upgrade to the sound. The descriptions seem to say it has the same driver like the 16 bucks GT1, but it's got wireless charging capable case and game mode, so it's totally up to you if this is worth it or not. The only 2 that I recommend from Haylou are GT1 Plus and GT1 XR. These 2 cost around 20 bucks, but they sound the best of all the Haylous, natural and clear on the vocals. The only difference is the case battery size. And I would suggest going with the GT1 XR first, unless you really want a tiny case. Otherwise, they have solid controls, very good QCC3020 chip, which is used in earbuds north of 100 bucks. The GT1 XR is what I would recommend everyone first when they want to try out a true wireless earbuds. Now, talking about the T series, we have T15, T16, and T19. The ANC equipped T16 is the only one I haven't reviewed here. I think it should be fine, though it comes at a price. We're talking about 60 bucks here, which is just not anywhere near our $20 budget. But at the moment, the cheapest you can get for an ANC earbuds these days are actually this much. So it's not that Haylou is making their models more expensive or anything. I think it should be a great option. Now, for the T15, I found it to be really good. It packs in so much battery in such a small case. Go check out my review. And also the gaming mode is still present here. Interestingly, all that for only 23 bucks. I think that's a good deal, but the earbuds don't go in deeply, and I personally don't like it. But if you're okay with that, I can absolutely recommend you this one. Lastly, the T19, you have to be really careful with the tap controls because it's not detecting touch, but the vibration of the unit. And in my earbud, it is too sensitive. My natural head movement could accidentally trigger things. And worse, when I'm jogging or running, I had a moment where I couldn't listen to any song just because it keeps on skipping songs. It is so bad, and the Haylou app doesn't help at all here. What you can do if you have these problems is to ask for a replacement and hope that you will get a better unit next. Also, sound and call quality isn't that much different from GT1 XR, so this makes it the only model that I'd say better stay away. Okay, finally, let's talk about QCY, which recently released so many new models, it gets kinda confusing and scary to look at sometimes, especially when the names are just numbers, T5, T6, that doesn't mean anything. But the good thing is they are made for different purposes. You just have to know exactly what you want, and most likely there's a model for that. But before talking about the earbuds, I would like to put a special emphasis on the QCY app, which really ups the value of all their earbuds because you can change controls any way you like it. And that includes adding volume control to any of the earbuds that you buy. It has other things as well, like EQ settings and earbud finding stuff, but controls customization is, I think, the best thing that could happen for earbuds this cheap. Now let's break down all the QCY models. First, we have the QCY T1 and T2. These two have a bit of a different name in different regions, like QS1 and QS2, but they're essentially the same thing. And then get ready. We have T3, T4, 5, T6, T7, T8, T9, and I just discovered that today they have T10 as well. What? But anyway, let's focus on what these earbuds are for. First, we have the general purpose category, the cheapest one and the most basic one, the T1 and T2. They have some variations like T2S that supports wireless charging. I don't know if they still sell it, but they all basically is the same earbuds put in a variety of different cases. Now, I can't recommend these if you see them going for the same price as GT1 Plus or GT1 XR because the Haylou sound better. But if you want a physical button and a customizable one, you can definitely consider these. Now, I'll just say this quickly. Don't buy the QCY T3. I've tested it last year. The only difference now is it has dual mode Bluetooth, which solves all my complaints about its pairing issue, but the problems with that earbud don't end there. The touch controls with the good on paper sliding up and down to change volume is so bad, and the fit of the earbuds, which is kind of like a half-in-ear with silicone tips, it affects the sound quality. It doesn't give you a good fit. It's just not worth it. Moving on to the next category, the gaming earbuds, is the T4 and the T5 series. Unlike Haylou, QCY don't put gaming mode in and out with unannounced chip updates. So you can rest assured on these two models to have gaming mode whenever you're gonna buy it. Now, between the two, if you want a physical button and no stem design, go for T4. And if you want the stem design, which has better battery life, better call quality, and better sound, go for the super popular QCY T5. Now, if you notice, I said T5 series a couple seconds ago. That's because QCY has T5, T5S, and T5 Pro. The difference is the OG T5 is the only one that doesn't support QCY app, which means you can't add volume control. The T5S adds exactly that plus wear detection sensor, and then T5 Pro adds a balanced armature plus wireless charging on the case. By the way, the case battery of these two newer models are upgraded from the OG T5, so they can give the earbuds a couple more charges that will last you longer. Now here's what I think. Most people should be getting the QCY T5 because it's just great at everything. And because it's been out for a while, I believe you can find it below 20 bucks very easily. The T5S is okay-ish if you want to customize the controls, and the T5 Pro really competes head-to-head with the Haylou GT5. I have to listen to both of them to let you know my final verdicts, but just like the Haylou, whether the T5 Pro is worth 30 bucks or not comes down to your needs. Next up is the exercise-focused earbuds. We have QCY T6 and T9S. The T9S is more cost-effective. It has physical button, ear fins, which could be removed if you don't want, good balanced sound just like the T5, and also battery indicator on the case. It automatically turns the earbuds on when you open the case. All these things are great, which makes it my second recommendation after Haylou GT1 XR as an alternative if you want physical button instead of touch control. Check out my review of the QCY T9S if you want to know more about this earbuds. And arguably the most interesting product from QCY, the T6, is really good. A lot of it is because it copies the design of Powerbeats Pro and only priced for 26 bucks. You can check out my full review if you're interested, but in short, everything about it is great. I like the sound here better than the other QCYs. It's slightly more detailed, though it's less powerful on the bass, and maybe the only downside is it's big, but that's what it takes to have an ear wing design. And lastly, this is the only QCY product that has transparency mode. Unfortunately, I didn't get to test it because it was added after I did my review, but nonetheless, it's great to see. Now next up is the half-in-ear offerings from QCY, the T7 and T8. I have tested the T7. It is a great half-in-ear if your budget is below 20 bucks. You can learn more in my full review again. And I think the T8 is a variation of it that moves the touch sensor to the top of the earbuds. I don't know if that makes it more comfortable, but it also has low latency mode. The thing is, when you see the product description carefully, they say they still recommend QCY T5 series for gaming. And the T7 isn't that great when it comes to latency as well, so I think they tried to position the T8 as an upgrade to the T7, but not so much that it eats the sales of their gaming focused earbuds. Anyhow, I think if you have the budget, you should go with a T8 instead. Now, finally, there's this QCY T10 I just discovered, but it's 55 bucks out of our budget. This one is interesting though. It uses dual balance armature, which is similar to the one used in Galaxy Buds Plus. And I love the sound there, so I would love to take a listen at this QCY T10 one day, see if it can blow other 50 buck earbuds out of the water in terms of sound quality. Okay, that was a ton of products we just gone through, so let's have a quick recap here. My top recommendation out of all these is the Haylou GT1 XR. If you want a smaller case, Haylou GT1 Plus. As an alternative, if you want a physical button, get QCY T9S. If you want something solid for sports, get QCY T6. If you want a half-in-ear, I think the QCY T8 would be better, although I found T7 to be very nice for the price too. Last but not least, for gaming, I recommend the AirDots S first for its super low latency performance. But if you want better controls, or better everything basically, with a little bit of more latency, I'm talking about 50 to 100 millisecond here, you can get either QCY T5 or QCY T4. But honestly, I recommend the T5 better, again, because it's been so long in the market that prices could have gone down, so it'll be more worth it. And for the QCY T5S and T5 Pro, get it according to your needs. Alright, so that's pretty much it for the video. What do you think about everything? Let me know down in the comments below if you have more questions or if you're confused. I'm pretty much drained and confused to preparing this video, but I'll try my best to help you out. Don't forget, please use the affiliate links to go to your local e-commerce so that I can keep doing what I'm doing, and let me know if you ended up getting any of these earbuds I recommended. I just hope you like it. So hit the thumbs up if this video helped you. Don't forget to subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'm Kenneth, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.